Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the 757 Renaissance Man podcast. Today we have a great episode, and I'm going to nickname this episode the Do-Over. We originally interviewed Miss Zoleka Sparks, but we was having technical issues, but it gave me a time to work with her more and learn more about her. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring to you an incredible lady, Miss Zoleka Sparks. How are you doing today, ma'am?
Hello, I'm doing awesome.
So, the first time we spoke, you were my introduction to Clubhouse. And I didn't quite understand it then, to be totally honest. And then I started coming into your rooms, and you accepted me with open arms and truly expanded my network, and honestly it has been a great help to my podcast, so I want to thank you for that.
Awesome. You're welcome. Anytime I can help, and we enjoy having you in the room too.
Thank you.
We don't have too many men in there, so when our men come back and give us that male insight to what we're talking about is always awesome.
I've always been one that I understood the importance of a woman and a woman's spirit and a woman's intuition. Like, I grew up with one of those mothers who knew what you were going to do before you did it. I learned when I was married to take into consideration my wife's intuition and views, because sometimes you guys just have a certain insight that we just don't tune into.
Right.
And that has really helped me, especially with getting my podcast off the ground. Like, I thought I knew what I was doing, and then I met some of the ladies in the room and totally y'all tightened me up.
But that's the key. That's the key to it all is the room is to be able to uplift the kings and queens that are bosses, and to give them a group that you can constantly get gems from. Mm-hmm. You will be able to come in and ask questions and just be able to get the things you need. And then also we have connections, awesome connections, that if we don't have the answer, then we can connect you with people that will have the answer and be able to get you started in whatever you want to do. And I thought that, having the Boss Experience Worldwide would be able to do that because, all the women in there have awesome connections as well as themselves to be able to help anybody in any job or business they want to start. We would be able to help them, give them some insight into anything that they need. So,
like you were saying earlier, I didn't get it at first, but now I totally get it. So I think first and foremost, for the people who don't know, we should explain what the app Clubhouse is.
Well, Clubhouse is an audio only app where you can come in and you can listen. It's different rooms on different topics, and you would just be able to come in and listen. You can participate. There's a mic where you can tap the mic and participate and ask questions and everything like that. And you want to leave out, you can leave out. There's no pressure to come in and out. And you're able to learn, in these different rooms, different things about what you need, what you thought you had and you were missing, and It's awesome. And then you're able to create your own, as they would say, clubhouse. And under that clubhouse, that's where people that are interested in what you do and how you do it, they would join your clubhouse. So anytime you create a room to talk about different things, you will be able to do it. So it is, and it's already expanded to Android users. But then when we both came on, it was just for iOS. So now Android users can actually come on and, do the same. Um, is it always utilized properly? Yeah. You will see some crazy, some crazy rooms in there, and but you'll see a plethora of rooms that anything pertaining to business, spirituality, you name it, you can find a room, and be able to connect, not just connect with the room, but connect with people, and then go beyond Clubhouse and outside of the room. So it's always awesome to be able to do that.
I gotta apologize. My dog is sitting here having a fit. I don't know what she's getting into, but she's
It must be my voice.
It's 150-pound Rottweiler, and when she moves,
Oh
you have to
wow!
you hear her. So I apologize to everybody out there. But yeah, Clubhouse used to only be a Apple only app, and it got so good to me, I had to steal my daughter's old iPhone, and that's all I used it for. Was just to be able to tap into Clubhouse, and it's the group. So my father used to be in the talk radio back in the day, and I really wasn't into it. And talk radio always is kind of leaning towards the right a little bit, but to me, it's talk radio that I can actually get into, and but it's interactive. You don't only have to listen; you can give your input. There's so many subjects that you can come into. We're going to concentrate today on the boss experience, but any interest you have, you can find it on Clubhouse if you look around long enough. And again, it's one of those things that I feel like is a tool. You can use it for entertainment if you want to, but I've expanded my reach. I've talking to people that I never ever thought that I would be able to talk to. When Shock G passed away, rest in peace, I got into a room and was put on stage with the rest of the members of Digital Underground, and we got to talk about that. And I wouldn't have had that reach if it wasn't for Clubhouse. So again, and we effectively call you Mama Sparks. Mamazou, I have to thank you.
That's what everybody calls me.
So I have to thank you for that. So primarily though, let's get into the boss experience. Like she said, the boss experience, it's primarily a group of women, but there are a few men in there. Me, my cousin S-Class, who does the music for my podcast, and a few other gentlemen. Shout out to Kamal and what's the gentleman with the treats in Florida?
Dip Treats.
Dip Treats, and
we have Steven Johnson, who
Steven was on the podcast. Steven is an awesome
dude. Reggie.
Yeah,
Reggie comes in quite a bit too. Yeah.
So we do have that, but it's like Mamazou was saying, it's people who look like us that are doing what they need to get done in business, and they're not scared. And I found this across Clubhouse too. They're not scared to help you. Where sometimes, in personal relationships, we get stuck in that crab in the bucket mentality. But I have yet to reach out on somebody, and especially in a boss experience, to ask them their help or ask them for their opinion and not get that. So it's an awesome community.
Thank you.
So what do we have? Because I know the boss experience is now starting to move into the real world and, be more than just Clubhouse. So what do we have planned and what's going on with that?
Well, yes, we have branded outside. It was crazy. we started as a room, and we aligned, all the awesome bosses aligned, and we were able to talk about different topics, and everyone was needing different things, and we were just like, okay, I can help you with this, I can help you with that, and everything. And um it got so every time we did a room, I did a room, the same people would end up coming. So that's when it's like, okay, look, we need to do something with this. Why don't we create the boss experience? And it really came from some of the people came from Industry Connect, which is my son's room, DeCastro.
Mm-hmm.
And um so he's the one that kind of introduced me to Industry Connect and Clubhouse. Say, Ma, come on, Clubhouse, you'll be able to expand your reach in the community, because I do a lot of community stuff. And I said, okay. So I got on, and I was mostly coming into the Industry Connect room. And he had already connected with a couple of people from 757. So, he was like, well, look, get with my mom, and, maybe, we can do an extension of Industry Connect, for Virginia. So that is something that we actually did. We were able to come together with those. Most of the people are from 757 that are in Boss Experience Worldwide. So we started from there, and the more we started talking to people, the more we started connecting, and our connections were growing. We said, okay, this is serious. We're actually doing things outside of Clubhouse as well. So that's when we looked at that branding, the Boss Experience Worldwide, which we have. We are LLC. We are going to go into the nonprofit area. But right now we're basically getting out there with our branding and everything. We are connected with a couple of different organizations, one of which is the Taylormade Foundation out of Atlanta, and Dress for Success Hampton Roads, out of Hampton Roads, Virginia. So and what we do is we go in, and whatever they need, if we need to come up with some ideas to help raise money for them, and just be able to utilize our talents to give back to the community. And that's pretty much what we do. Each person, as you've been in the room, has their own business, has their own
I
well,
like to
more
I like
than
to refer to it as the super friends, because everybody
uh-huh.
has their own special superpower.
Yes, definitely. That's definitely what it is. So when we come together, it's like, okay, look, this person came in, they need this. Okay, how can we help them with this? Okay, we can help them with this, because my job, or my business has this, so we can donate these services, and well, my business can do this, so I can donate my services in this way,
And it's not
and
only just services too, it's just the experience and the knowledge
just
to be like, hold up,
just
no,
experience and
you may
knowledge.
not want to go this route. Look at it
Right.
this way.
Right. We have my executive assistant, Angela Sweet. She is amazing. She's a serial entrepreneur like I am. And but she deals with a lot of nonprofits, a lot of she's a business consultant, as well as Latoya Dene, with Dene Consulting. So you have, and then I'm a consultant as well. So you have three business consultants in there. So whatever you want to know about business and getting business started and getting help doing grants and all of the above, you come into the Boss Experience, and what you do is, when you come in, you do your pitch, and your pitch is what your business is and what you're basically needing. So you want to have your pitch together, so those people that are going to be helping you will be able to say, okay, got it, um this is what we can do, or we're going to get back with you and talk to you outside of Clubhouse and get you started. We had a couple of people that came in, and they were like, just down, down, upset, depressed, and trying to find their way. And we help them, get on track and find their way. One is Lady Lady Papa.
Hmm.
She's a dancer, and you'll see me post. I'll post a lot of her. She came in and she was just like, she was at a crossroads, and we helped her get on her feet, with some awesome information, and she just took off. So you'll see her, Lady Papa, dancing up there. Um, Rage,
Hmm.
who is now our the beauty consultant for the Boss Experience. She came in and she was at a crossroads as well, trying to figure out what she was going to do, how she was going to do it, and everything. And we welcomed her with open arms. And as the more we started seeing her gifts, the more it was like, okay, look, we can help you with this. What else you need? Okay, you need this, you need that. And the more we started working together, the more it was like, okay, you should be a part of the team.
Hmm.
We need you in here. So, and she took off. We embraced her, and she took off. So it's like it's amazing. Stephen Johnson, um, he was with us from the beginning. Love him to death. And he's avid golfer. His brother builds PGA golf courses. And he has a nonprofit, which I'm on the board of his nonprofit. And he was like, he actually just signed with the PGA to be able to put his program, which is for the youth, um, onto the golf course and teach them how to golf.
He was
So
actually
we're
the
working with,
first one from the group to be on my podcast.
yes,
So I want all
yes.
my viewers and listeners to go back and listen to the Stephen Johnson episode, and that's who we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm working. The Boss Experience Worldwide is working with him, and then I'm working with him as well. So it's a two-parter there.
Yeah, we're going to
And
talk
then we
about
have,
those plans that you got
yes.
because I'm proud of you.
Thank you, thank you. Everything is happening so fast. It's like I said, when you get on Clubhouse, you think, oh, it's just. I'm telling you, be ready. Have your notebook and pen,
It's
and
like a
start writing
master
down.
class every day,
Yes,
especially if you get into
yes,
the right rooms and rooms
yes,
that'll
yes.
benefit you. It's a master class for
Mm-hmm.
free.
So you end up meeting a lot of amazing people, and then you have the connections with them. So if you need anything or anything is coming up, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I can call on Sean.
Hmm.
Sean, look, I have this person that might need some help, or, I think I sent a couple of people to you on the subject of LVAD.
Hmm.
So you're able to, now you have connections where you're able to help people, get connected where they wouldn't. There was no way in the world they would be able to connect with us if it wasn't for Clubhouse.
Right.
And then you have the celebrities
Hmm.
that you get up there. You would never have the opportunity to be on stage with a celebrity, especially, I'm an old schooler. So, I met so many old school celebrities, that are resurfacing and everything. And I was able to meet them again, because back in the day I used to DJ. That's a whole nother story. But I was able to meet all of the old head DJs and artists and everything like that. So it's been amazing. It's
Yeah.
been amazing being on it.
Yeah. So, everybody, I know the rule. So I was so upset. I'm so used to the schedule now. And when we changed it from Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays to Monday and Wednesdays. And Friday, I just didn't have nothing to do. I felt lost. I was out of place.
Yeah, we as everybody started getting busy, especially me,
Hmm.
um, being able to, the one thing you want to watch is your participation in your rooms and the time periods where you want to have it, because if you're a person about consistency, people are looking for it. Like you said, you were looking for the room. So, we constantly look at, the schematics of, how many people are coming in the room at what time. Okay, we had a light room today, or this topic really brought them in, so it's, it's a stick and move when it comes to getting, the right formula and making sure everybody's still able to do their business, because you can also sit on Clubhouse for like hours and hours
Mm-hmm.
and not
And
get
not even
anything done.
realize it. Yeah.
And at the beginning, that's how it was. At the beginning, that's how it was. It was like, we were just almost 24 hours. We were on it. We were, doing different things. So, and Industry Connect can tell you the same thing. Industry Connect, they started as a 24-hour room.
Mm-hmm.
And they were the first to actually brand a room outside of Clubhouse, and we're the second. But they were going for 24 hours, and they had a huge amount of people that follow Club, Industry Connect. So it's definitely, we definitely had to look at that. So we said, okay, we went from every day to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then we realized Friday was lighter, because, everybody was doing their thing, or, everybody not doing their thing, but everybody was on. Everybody had a room. And that means, you have various people jumping around more. So we said, okay, Monday and Wednesday are, we're able to pack them in a lot more at the beginning of the week. So that's where, we decided to do that. And then leave Friday for like our special shows, like if we're getting ready to go out of town to do an event or anything like that. We'll do a special show and say, hey, we in the A, and we're doing this with Taylormade and everything. So, or we in 757 with with a organization or anything like that, or business. So we're using Fridays for that. So it's Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 8.
Okay. And so I'm mad at my church now. And because Wednesdays, we're starting to plan to go back live. And I help facilitate the live service, the streaming part of the service. I'm on
That's
the media
awesome.
team, and that's my job is to do the streaming. So I have to be there on Wednesday nights, and I was like, of course it would be Wednesday night. So I'm probably going to be a Monday man with you guys. But another thing I want to talk to you about is like the next time we do a get together, we need to do a special version of my podcast and do a live stream from the event. I think that'll be awesome.
Definitely. We actually doing the swing and sip with along with Stephen Johnson, where we gonna have a special night. We're gonna have the women come out, and we're gonna teach women how to play golf. Because we all know that a lot of the business deals are done on the
golf course, right?
The golf course. So we're getting women, and this is going to be our first one, and then we're going to do a few more in different cities. But this first one is actually going to be in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Oh, see, that's perfect. We need to get together. Me and Steven need to talk.
Yes.
We need to talk.
So Steven is supposed to be getting a flyer together now for that. So once we get the flyer and everything, I'll be able to shoot that over to you and everything.
Okay. So and see, for example, that's how the Boss Experience works. Like what we just did was a mini version of how it goes down in the Boss Experience.
Right.
So I need people to come check us out, come be a part of the conversation, you'll be surprised. I mean, you will learn. You can pour into other people. They'll pour into you. It's just, I think it's great for the community, especially us of color. It is.
Yes. And you'll find a lot of us of color up there. It's just it's hard to really talk about because it's just so many different rooms and different things. It's like instead of you going to YouTube, it's like you go to the Clubhouse and pick a room,
And
and
it's the
whatever subject
interactive
it is.
thing that makes it better. Because like if you're
Yes.
watching a YouTube video, you might have a question,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to type, maybe wait for a response if they see your response.
Right.
In Clubhouse, you raise your hand, you ask your question, boom, you got your input right there,
You got your answer. Mm-hmm.
and it's awesome.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so now we did what we had to do about the boss experience in Clubhouse. Let's talk about Miss Sparks. You mentioned earlier you are a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Explain to the people what that means.
Well, a serial entrepreneur is a person that's able to have multiple businesses operating at one time, consistently, not just drop off and come back. I mean, actually, consistently are working those jobs. So I am a business consultant. I am a baker. I had my bakery business for over 15 years. I've been a business consultant over 25 years. Um, wow, it's just so many different things that I do simultaneously. Um, it's just a lot of different businesses that kind of like interact in within each other
Mhm.
pretty much. So one business, I might be working on something from one business, and I'll have, oh, wait a minute, let me pull from this business to this. So it's that constant thing. But what I'm doing now is kind of streamlining lining, and I'm coming down because mostly everything has been online, stick and go, and everything. But in August, the end of August, I will be opening my coffee and tea lounge in Atlanta. So that's
I'm
coming up.
excited for that.
And then,
You gonna make
huh?
me drive all the way to Atlanta to get me
Yep,
some
I
coffee.
sure am. Yes, you have to be there. Yes, yes. And then I am also, I just we get ready to sign on a house in Atlanta as well. That'll be our second house. And then I am doing so many different things on the fire, but I can't talk about. But I'm also doing the luxury rental car business as well.
Okay.
So
Are we gonna have
that's
some
coming up.
Teslas?
Yeah, no, we don't have no, we don't have the Teslas. Now we have like the Rolls. We have 6 cars now.
Mhm.
I think it's Rolls Royce, a Phantom. Um, there's a couple of other cars. So I have a partner that I'm working with on my newer businesses, and we're coming together, and we're also doing investing. We're also looking at acquiring smaller plots within the different communities to do the community gardens. So that's the other project we're also working on as well.
Awesome. So I'm gonna have to holler at you when it's prom time. Get my baby
Yes.
in a Phantom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I have a I'm a good friend of mine owns couples limousines.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to work something out with them and get her into that limo.
Yep. Again,
Or
y'all, this is
party
how the
buses.
boss
Yeah,
experience
they have
works.
party buses too.
You
They have
come
the
into the
sprinters too. So
you go into the boss experience. You say, "This is what I need," and poof,
hmm
it happens.
exactly, it happens. It happens. And it's very little that can't happen. It's like it's always going to be somebody in there that will be. If we can't answer your question, we'll be able to connect you to the person that can.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I was
it's
around.
awesome.
I was out your way yesterday too. I was in Suffolk.
Oh,
Yeah. Have you ever
what were
been
you
to the
doing this
Wall
summer?
Street Cafe?
I have not been yet. I actually have a gift card
Yes, it's
to them.
great. Great.
And I have not gone yet, so I need to go.
They had a
Um,
actually it wasn't yesterday. It was Saturday, and they had
mhm.
a cryptocurrency party.
Yeah,
which
that
was awesome.
the person that does that is my cousin.
Which one?
Yes. You took a picture with
LaTroy
him
or
too.
Dominique?
I said, huh?
LaTroy?
LaTroy, yeah.
What? All right,
Yeah,
shout
that's
out
my cousin.
LaTroy. How you doing? Shout out
Yeah.
Dominique Epps
Shout
too.
out to my awesome cousin. Yes, we all are bosses in our own right.
So me
So
and
yeah.
LaTroy sat down that night because I was like, I know you from somewhere. I don't know. And he was like, well, let's sit down. Let's figure it out. And so we was talking about, different schools he went to. And then we went to Facebook to find the mutual friends. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, bruh, we play cousins as it is. So that's awesome.
Yes,
I'm
we
going to tell
find
him
that
that too.
Suffolk is like that. It's like you be talking to someone and next thing you know, wait a minute, as they would say, who's your parents?
Yeah, who your people?
That question would come up. Who's your parents? Now, who are your parents? Who your parents are?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, LaTroy and I have worked together. He actually worked together with me for a short period of time with the not Boston Spirits, Dress for Success,
Mm-hmm.
Hampton Roads. And then, of course, he's busy. He always has, his hands in different things. So, I hadn't talked to him in a while. But anytime I called him, I was like, look, cuz I need you, blah, 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 and he's there, I wish I can get him as my stylist, but since he's all over the place and so am I, yeah. You have to see, regardless of what it is.
Wow, small
every
world.
now and then, I get him to style me and everything because, he has the background with the Steve Harvey show and everything like that. He did the hair and makeup for them. So, and he has his own beauty salon in Suffolk as well that he's had for a long time. So he travels. He's a traveling stylist, makeup, hair, everything. So, that's my buddy right there. Yeah.
Wow. See, 757. That's how we do it.
Yes, I definitely have to get down to Wall Street. I'm way, way, way overdue, but everything happens so fast. It's like I'm telling you, whatever you want, you get on Clubhouse. And you said, man, I've been wanting to start my own, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, okay, well, what you need?
Yeah.
And it's
and
like,
sometimes you got to be ready because you don't know what you need.
You got to be ready.
Right.
And there was, what happened? I think I did that to a young lady. And I said, okay, well, what do you need? And she said, well, I need this, this, and this. So I was like, Angela said, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk to you offline, but I know I can help you with this. Mamazou can help you with this, and Ashley can help you with this. So we'll have a Zoom call. It's that quick.
Yeah. And the next thing you know, you in business. You got to be ready.
You got to be ready. So I love that, and I love being able to have the boss experience worldwide because, as a woman, starting my businesses years ago, I didn't have any help. One of my first businesses was my bakery business, and my bakery business I started at with $25. And now I'm mostly doing commercial business now. I rarely do any of the just the regular residential. But the people who do remember that I bake, they'll call me and say, hey, can you make me this? Sure. Because I love to bake anyway. It's like, it's just like waking up and going to sleep. I can, whip something up real quick. So.
All right, I got a request.
What?
A seafood quiche.
Oh, that's easy. I got you on that.
Okay.
Yes, I got you on that. I hadn't made one of those in a while. Yes, I got you on that. I love making quiches too.
Yes.
I love making quiches because you can really put your love into it, and you really like it's a simple thing to do, but when it comes to merging flavors and different things like that, you can really make it an awesome dish. So yeah, most definitely, I got you on
I need
that.
that. I need that in my life. Okay.
You know, I'm gonna have to ask what the kids want because we can't just make you something and not make the kids anything.
They will take in there. I haven't met too many baked products that my children don't like. So put chocolate
Okay,
and
well
sugar.
then I'll be
Look,
able to.
chocolate and sugar,
Okay.
they're good.
But definitely, I'll make them a couple of treats and different things like that when I bring your keys.
Awesome. Awesome. So what
Most
kind of
definitely.
advice would you give an up and coming business person? And let's break it down. What kind of advice would you give just a plain up and coming business person? But what kind of advice would you give to an aspiring Black woman that wants to start a business? Because I think that's important.
I would say one, start writing down your ideas. You know, create a business journal. There's a lot of different business journals out there that you can get. I'm actually going to create one, but you know, and that journal will basically take you from idea to concept. So you know, you want to put your ideas down. You want to do your research on different aspect of your idea. You know, so having that journal will actually help you. You know, move along to those different steps. Um, and then once you have a good idea of what you want to do and how the demographics look good and everything, you want to start your business plan. So you're going to break it down even more. So you know, a lot of people, you see a lot of people just go ahead and get their logo and, oh, I got my logo, I got this, I got that, but they haven't gone through the A and Z. So when it comes to an investor coming in wanting to, hey, you know, what do you have going on, and you not being able to speak
Mm-hmm.
what your concept and what you have going on before you even hand them the business plan, you know, they won't even hear you. I actually have investors for my coffee house without them even seeing my business plan.
Nice.
So that's the key to be able, you know, and when I talk about, you know, my coffee house and my coffee lounge and everything like that, it's like with certainty, with, you know, everything in me, with demographics, with, you know, what areas I'm looking at, you know, it's you know, I'm able to speak that in my pitch, as they would call your pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, so you would start like a little mini, you want to start your business plan, but you also want to start a mini proposal. And your mini proposal is just basically like 1 to 2 sheet um, dossier of everything you want to do within your business. Gives you like a sneak peek. You know, it gives you, you know, your concept, what you'll need, how many people you need to work for you, um, how much it's going to cost, rough, you know, I don't know how much it's going to cost, just to get them salivating, just to get investors salivating on anybody that's interested in partnering with you and everything. And then, you know, then you'll be able to go into the business plan. And the business plan, you have a shorter one and then you have a long one. Um, I'm very detailed, so my business plan is like almost 70, no, where's that, so 40 pages,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But my shorter one is like about 10, you know, because you know I have you know, I just touched on the major parts that certain investors want to, you know, hear. So that's what definitely I would say, start with that, start with your journal, start writing down the ideas, start doing your research, and then you know, you want to talk to a business consultant. You know, you definitely want to get with that. And what they're going to ask you is, have you started doing these things?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have, it makes it easier for them to come in and assist you in what you need. Um, you know, and you have a lot of small business consultants that won't take a lot of money from you. You have some that it's like, oh, you starting a business is this amount. And I'm like, okay, um, I I haven't even started yet. I'm a small business.
Mm-hmm.
How are you asking me for this amount of money?
Right.
you know that's something that I never agreed with. It's like, we're small business, we don't have that type of money yet. So we're gonna have to do, can we do the barter system?
Mm-hmm.
Can we do, it's like, it's different ways to be able to try to get everything, everything you need for your business. And actually how to present your business is very important. And with doing that, you're able to get on Clubhouse with your journal, and if you want to pitch, you'll be like, you'll be able to pitch, come up with an awesome pitch, and have those key elements that you can actually tell people if you go into a pitch room, which they have those on
Yeah.
Clubhouse. You go into a pitch room and pitch your business. There is one called, one is for nonprofits, and if you have a good enough pitch, they will start funding you on them automatically. They'll start like working with you. It's like, well, what do you actually need?
Mm-hmm.
And you tell them exactly, okay, I'm gonna need about this amount of money because I have to get this, and this. And you have people that actually give you that money, if you have your pitch together and know what you want out of it. So I would say that's the most important. That's what I don't see happening when I sit down with certain people, certain women, that want to get started. I was in a nail salon yesterday, and I was talking to the young lady, and she said, I said, you don't belong here. I just knew. I was like, you don't belong here. You're supposed to have your own. She said, well, actually, I want my own nail supply store.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. I said, okay, so what have you done? What are your ideas? Oh, I don't have that yet. I said, okay, I need to work with you.
Right.
I said, here's my number. I need to work with you. I said, let me get you to a point where I can bring you before my partners, and we can see if we can invest in you, if it's good enough. Now, when you talk about nail salons, and nail supply, you have supply store, you have beauty supply stores, but they have a small amount of the nail supplies.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about just a nail supply store, now you're doing something that's unique, that you're not hearing a lot of, and that idea is very franchisable. So you definitely want to make sure you have your ideas together. So when the opportunity comes, and investor, it might be a angel investor or anything sitting right in front of you,
Right. But you gotta
and
be
it just be
ready.
a conversation,
Right.
like, oh, well, what do you want to do? It's like, well, I want to do this and that. Okay, you got your head on right. Let's talk.
Mm-hmm.
Damon John does that a lot. Shocks people. You'd be surprised, very down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I would definitely say that. That would be my biggest nugget is to if you have an idea, start working that idea. Get you a business journal and start working that.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So now, how can people get in touch with Mamazou?
I'm on Facebook, Zoleka Sparks. Um, I'm on Facebook as Platinum. I'm not Facebook. Instagram as Platinum Queens. And I'm on Clubhouse under the Boss Experience Worldwide Clubhouse. And all you have to do is just go in there and join. And once you join, you'll see when all of our shows will be. We have that listed. So um, let's see. And I'm in Suffolk, so I'm always in Suffolk. But you can slide in my DMs, ask me questions and everything, and I'll reach out to you. Very reachable. I'm right now. I'm back and forth to Atlanta, so I really try to. I have my executive assistant really make sure that everything is scheduled because I don't want to miss a thing. So we'll get it scheduled and everything. So
I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day and for doing this for a second time. I knew it was so much value that I had to get this out to the people. And I want to invite you back again. I want I consider you a mentor and a role model, and I know that you can provide value to our listeners. So you always have a platform here. Anytime anybody you want to bring on that thinks that they need a platform, if Mamazou speaks, it will happen.
definitely. I'm still working on doing the me and Castro one. So I will be in Atlanta June 1st.
Okay.
So cross your fingers.
So I will
I'll
tell everybody right now, I'm in a production break. And I'm not doing any new episodes now because I got so many backlogs. A lot of it thanks to Mamazou. I got so many backlogs that I got to get them done. But because Mamazou said this is when I can do it, this is when I'm going to do it. So now when you in Atlanta, just give me a couple days notice and I got a spot for you in Castro.
Awesome. Because I know you've been wanting to talk to Castro about Industry Connect. So I definitely want to try to make sure that he's, we get you and get him in there with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure, my honor to bring you guys Miss Zoleka Sparks. I am Sean Connors. This is the 757 Renaissance Man. You can find us everywhere that you get major podcasts from. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Also check out the 757 Renaissance Man page on Facebook and 757renaissanceman.com coming soon. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you, Mamazou, for your time. Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you.
This is Sean Connors, Zoleka Sparks, and we are out.